Hey everybody, welcome to my latest combination here from Big Trouble in Little China. I finally got Jack Burton. I had to make my own. The figures that are out there, the N2 made several years ago, I guess it was back in the 80s, dated figures though they are very expensive. They're $200 and more. And I managed to get the Lightning figure, who I reworked and repainted. I cleaned him up. I got him a wired cape that's a little more accurate to the color and style of his cape. I chromed his chest armor. I came up with a really wicked look for the Lightning. I tried to do something that looked like he was creating lightning there. Painted a little bit of his face. I don't know if you can see it in there. He's looking out through his basket helmet mask there. And I've already done a video on Lopan, and I'm still very proud of him. He came out much better than I expected with the parts that I had. So who was left that was a main star I had to do? Well, Jack Burton, you know. You gotta have old Jack. You know, it's all in the reflexes. Yeah, I had to have Jack Burton. Well, he was a fairly simple recipe, really. It took me a while to think of it, though. The body is an older, maybe 80s toy, which kind of is consistent with the original group anyway. It was a wrestler. It was a Christian from WWE, an older Christian figure, and the muscles and the body shape and everything was a lot more like Kurt Russell. It wasn't so over muscled. There's a lot of really overly muscular bodies out there, and he's kind of got a swivel waist, and he's got some details that are still cool because he's an 80s toy, and I kind of like that. I ordered him a watch from a GIJoe. The machine gun is accurate to the movie. And that is a 3D print that I got on eBay that they sell 2 at a time. I got the last 2 they had. And I was really glad to get that because that gun's very kind of iconic. I scanned some images from his tank top t-shirt. The t-shirt I got from China. It's a very tight fit. I almost ripped it getting it on the body, but I got it on there. But the emblem, I actually just simply printed on paper. I sprayed it with Mr. Hobby, Mr. Super Clear Matte, several layers. Cut it with a razor right along the edge. Wrinkled it, you know, just kind of treat it like you would old money. And kind of pressed it down. I think I used spray adhesive that was contact cement adhesive. And very carefully pressed it onto the front of the shirt in place so that it would conform to his body, and it works great. Now technically the shirt is tucked into the pants, but since this is a swivel waist, you couldn't really tuck the shirt anywhere, and I just decided to leave it out and over the waist joint anyway. I think it's alright. I mean, but technically the pants should be over this line about right here. The head is an amazing head sculpt that I got online. I will have a link to it. It will be in the description. I think it's amazing they had a smiling one and a non-smiling one. And well, after having a grim-faced Lopan and a rather grim-faced Lightning, I said, gotta have a smiling Jack so that he can say all of his quips and one-liners. You know, it's gonna take Cracker Jack timing, Wang. I mean, there's so many lines from this movie that I love. We really shook the pillars of heaven, didn't we, Wang? Yeah, I've got to get a Wang figure. Wang's next. If I can get him, I'm getting Wang. And because he was the true hero of the movie, the Kung Fu Master hero. I plan to get or make or whatever I have to do. I want thunder and I want rain. This is lightning. I want the 3 storms. I'd like to have an egg shin. God, if there was a Gracie Law, I would get it, but I don't know how I'm going to make her yet. I'm working on the idea. Be fun to have the red lipstick in the middle of his mouth and have him hold it on to Gracie Law, but I'm not sure I can get that all pulled off. If you haven't seen the movie, watch the movie. You'll see what I'm talking about. I love this movie. Big Trouble in Little China is one of my all-time favorites. It's one of the most crazy movies. You hear the music in the background, the incredible score by John Carpenter that just drove this movie. And I love having toys from this movie. McFarlane, when you run out of DC licensed stuff, there's other things out there to grab. Go back and get us some Big Trouble in Little China. Or if it's not going to be McFarlane, if Todd ain't interested, NECA, get on the ball. Let's get these guys. Let's see some Big Trouble. You've done The Thing, and you've done some other things with Kurt Russell. Let's see Big Trouble. Somebody do Big Trouble, please. But I'm not complaining for the moment because I have some. So, again, I'm very happy with this Jack. I think he turned out pretty well. He definitely has an 80s toy vibe, you know, the way his body and all and his head proportions are and all that. So I'm okay with it. It's not perfect, but it sure captures the character, and I've got my set started. So, woe is the beginning of a larger series. It may take me a year or two, but we'll see where we go with it. Hope you enjoy this. If you like it, give me a like. Subscribe if you haven't. Comment away. Criticize. Suggest. I'm always open to suggestions for these guys. Believe me, I would really like nothing better than to have some ideas for this. Anyway, hope you like it, and we'll see you next time. Yeah.